Good morning, students, to our new video tutorial on how to texturize something in 3ds Max. What you are seeing right now, it's a basic example designed by me in which you can see all the space with all the textures that I needed. You can see the walls, the roof, the floor, and all the furniture and some other objects in the room with a corresponding texture. First thing that you have to take into consideration is what the object is made of. In this case, for example, this sofa is made of different types of fabrics. So you have to look for the corresponding textures. So we have to take this into consideration before we start looking for the textures. Number one, the materials. I recommend you to create some folders in the USB drive according to the materials that you have in your room. After that, we can start downloading the textures. Before downloading the textures, I want to recommend you to take two things into consideration. Number one, the resolution of the image. Resolution must be the best. HD resolution is what we are going to use. Number two, we cannot have textures with watermarks in our 3D model. So please keep that in mind. After this, I can show you this document that I also attached in the Texturizing My Room assignment in our STEM Part 1. In this document, you can find lots of websites perfect for downloading excellent textures according to the materials that we need. If we don't want to use this document, my suggestion or the other recommendation that I have is to go to Google and Google for the images that you need. Don't forget that if we are going to download images from Google, we always have to set up the engine to start looking for the best pictures. How do we do that? It's so easy. We only have to go to Search Tools, Size, and put it in large. Don't forget also that if we are going to use one of these pictures that we are seeing right now here, what we have to do first is to click on the image and then click on View Image to find its real size. Once we have it here, we only make a click and pick Save Image As. Where do you have to save it? You have to save all the textures in the corresponding material folders. This is a wood texture, so I would save it in my wood folder, and that's it. After that, we have to open our 3D model. In our 3D model, what we are going to do is to drag the images to the objects, but following the next steps. First, you have to hit the letter M. When you hit the letter M, you are going to find this window. It's called Slate Material Editor. This is the advanced way to texturize something in 3ds Max. We are not going to use it yet. We are going to change it or start from the very beginning, the basics. So we have to go to Modes, then hit Compact Material Editor. In Compact Material Editor, you are going to find these balls. Those balls are called slots. In the slots, you are going to put some of the textures that you find. How do you do it? Let me show you now. I recommend you to open two windows at the same time. The windows, or the window where you have the textures and the slots at the same time. So just drag the image to one of the slots. If I double click on the slot, you can see that this one contains the texture that I've just dragged in. So the only thing there is missing is to drag the slot to the corresponding object in 3D Max. In this case, my floor. this is like the basic process you have to follow in order to texturize all the objects that you have in your room, including the floor, the walls, and the roof that we need to model after we finish everything. Okay, this is all for today. We are going to see more video tutorials about how to texturize and improve all the textures that we put here in future videos. Thank you so much.